This is your boy DJ Leon D, and on this channel we talk about travel, money, and lots of cooking. Three things I know quite a bit about. I'm not an expert at anything. Nope, not an expert. I just been around a long time and know a lot. Let's get it on. Family, let's talk about food and airline flights and traveling. Let's talk about it. Something I discovered recently, and I did it before, but never gave a lot of thought to it. But as I get closer to retirement, I think about it quite a bit. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you who I dealt with. It's called Airline Stopover programs. Yeah, that's what it's called. That is where you're flying between two cities, and you get a third city in the middle, and you can stay there for free. But not all cases you can stay for free. But quite a few airlines will allow that. And if you can't stay for free, they will book an airline or a hotel for you. And generally, my experience is always a nice hotel. Yep. Very, very nice hotel. Let me tell you what I did. I was going to Portugal, and I went by Iceland Air. They stopped in Iceland. They gave me 2 days for free. I had a first class flight, 2 days for free. I saw Iceland, almost everything I wanted to see. The price of the flight of the airline ticket was the exact same. It was the exact same. So I said, for $1,300 first class, I'm getting another vacation in for free? And they said yes. Then I found out later on, my buddy had went to Qatar. He got the same thing. So me and the wife decided to go to South Africa. And my wife kept saying, why are you taking Turkish Airlines? Why are you going through, Istanbul? Because we got 3 free days in Istanbul before we go to South Africa. She said, free? Yep. Same price. We paid for the hotel for one night. But we saw all of Istanbul for that one price, and we got to South Africa. So I saw South Africa and Istanbul for an additional like $200 total. That was for food. And matter of fact, they even took me to the hotel from the airport by taxi, picked me up, and brought me back to the airport. No Uber necessary. And so I said, hell, you can't beat that. So then Abu Dhabi, the exact same way. And we got 50% off these nice hotels. I'm talking world-class hotels. I was paying like $125, $130 a night, where I normally would pay like $400. And I think I saw it where I can get discounted for $250, and I'm paying $125. But these were world-class. And I had 2 nights at a 4-star hotel for free. 2 nights. And I saw almost everything in Abu Dhabi that I think I wanted to see. I don't think there's anybody else. Another airline that you got to look at. Remember, you're staying in a 4-star hotel, some of the best food you're ever going to have in your life. And you're seeing these pretty capital cities of these airlines that you would never in your life ever see unless you pay a shitload of money. Now, one of the stopovers I did that I like a lot is Iberia Airlines out of Spain. I stayed 4 nights in Madrid. I bought this package deal, and it was all luxury. And I'm going to tell you, people, I don't know about you and your experiences, but here's how it works. Once you get used to luxury, it's hard going the other way. It's very, very hard going the other way. Matter of fact, I ain't even tried to go the other way. I haven't taken economy in years. Economy seat for me just won't do it. Because I've seen how the lucky, wealthy people live. Now, I'm not poor by any means. I'm in that category where I get screwed on everything I do. you make too much to get a benefit, and you don't make enough to live this lifestyle. But with some of these stopovers, oh yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You make enough. Japan Airlines is another one that's got a great program. They give you up to 6 nights in Tokyo or Osaka. But the one place I did like a lot, and this one, only a few countries got 2 cities you can stay at. Portugal is one. Oh, I love Portugal. I love the local food. I love Portugal. Portugal, you can stay in 2 different cities. In Japan, you can stay in 2 different cities. Osaka and Tokyo. Portugal is Lisbon and Porto. I just love those in general. Now, if you like me and you like seeing the whole world, if you go to South America, take Copa Airlines, because you get to stop over in Panama City. Not a mistake. You got to enjoy it. Everything about Panama, in Panama City at least, I loved a lot. The food, the people, friendly, and people, let me tell you, language is not a problem anywhere you go in this world, because they got a thing called Google Translate. Never had a problem with language. Take a shot of a menu, hit translate, bam. This is the menu. No matter where I went, it was the exact same. So a lot of you don't travel a lot. I get that. I understand that. Don't know why. Because you can travel. Because, I tell people all the time, get a travel credit card, Amex, which is what I prefer, but it ain't the best. Well, actually it is. But you can get Chase, Sapphire Reserve. That's similar. They all got their bad and their good, and they all gonna cost you money. Nothing in life that's good is free. That's not how life works. So they all gonna cost you something. I don't mind paying for what I want, and I know the quality is there. It's no different than a woman paying for a purse that she want that has, Louis Vuitton on it or some other fancy brand. It's the exact same thing. But you're getting 2 vacations for the price of 1. That's the problem that I don't understand what's so difficult to do. Now, some of them, like Finnish Air, they give you a long time, they give you certain benefits, but Finnish Air is expensive because Finland's expensive. So you got to look at that compared to America. If that country is expensive, based on American dollars, everything around that country is expensive, because the airlines gives you an idea of what's expensive and not expensive. If a flight ticket is a lot, that country is expensive, because I can go down to South and Central America for a quarter of the price it takes me to go from DC to LA. So that tells me everything in that city is going to be about the same ratio. Now, one of the things I do like, one of the airlines I like a lot, maybe because I'm a little biased, I like Air France and KLM. They got a great stopover program, and I love it. Now, people brag about Singapore Airlines. I've never ever taken Singapore Airlines, but I am in the near future. And then I'm going to let you know how good it was. Now, one I have taken that I can brag about is Turkish Airlines. And the food, when you're in business class and you're in first class, the food's totally different versus economy class. Yeah, the food's different. Economy class, you're lucky you're lucky that you are even eating anything. You're gonna have the typical vegetarian and chicken. Business class, that's where the beef and the pork comes out. First class, the beef, the pork, and top of the line drinks come out. It's a whole different world when you're doing these things. So even with the stopover, you get a couple of days in a great city, but then also you get a great hotel. But also, if you're in first class or business class, you're getting great food on the plane. Your food is not pre-made on the plane. Your food is cooked on the plane. It's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. I didn't know that until I saw a little burner on Turkish Airlines, and I ordered an omelet, and she was cooking the omelet while I was watching her. It didn't come already prepackaged where you tell her, I want an omelet. She says, you can only get this in an omelet because it's pre-made. No, she said, what do you want in your omelet? That's a whole different question about this is what you're going to get. And a lot of airlines are like that. But the stopover program is something you got to take advantage of, because they're really begging you and threatening you to see if you want to get all you can out of your money, because they are getting everything out of your money that they can get. So why shouldn't you try and get everything out of your money that you can get? And here's the negative side. It's like good food. Once you give a kid good food, they can't go back. When you do these other stopover things, you can't go back, man. People say, something was said to me a long time ago. The only people who are afraid and scared of being poor are those who are rich and never been poor. Those who have been poor before, it's not a big deal to them, because we have the attitude we can bounce back anytime we want to. If I got to have 2 or 3 jobs, it's not a big deal. Those who have never had a job can't even fathom having 2 jobs. They can't fathom having 2 jobs. And there's a stopover airline in every continent you might want to go to. Every continent you might want to go to. So you need to learn how to do this. It always depresses me when I see people who are educated but don't take advantage of their education. I see people with a mouthful of teeth and eat nothing but vegetables. You got a mouthful of teeth. You know why God gave you a mouthful of teeth? They're made for beef. Beef is one of the toughest meats to eat in the world. It's tougher than pork. It's tougher than chicken. It's tougher than turkey. It's tougher than all these foods. So God gave you 32 teeth. And by the time you hit 40, you got about 25 left. Enjoy those 25 teeth you got left. Don't sit there and use them just on lettuce. No. Get your money out of them. Especially if you have braces. Get your money out of them. Use them on the beef. So when you sit there with a credit card and it's not doing anything for you in the stopover program, you're wasting money and time. So what I'm telling you is that you can get 2 vacations for the price of 1. The stopover program is perfect for that. Some of you says, I don't fly. But you can even do that in the States. Let me tell you how. Anytime you got a connecting flight in the States, you can take that connecting flight the next day. Spend 1 night in the city that you connect to. Perfect example. I went from DC to Denver to Sacramento. I got into to Denver about 3 in the afternoon. I took my next flight the next day at 3 in the afternoon. I hung out in Denver the entire night with a friend. Went to the Centurion Lounge, got a nice meal. The next day when I came back, I went to the Centurion Lounge and went to Sacramento. So I had a mini vacation in Denver in 1 night. Nothing said I had to take a flight 2 hours later. Nothing said that at all. No. So I didn't do that. I didn't do that at all. So I took advantage of an American stateside stopover without calling it a stopover. All I knew is that I could take a flight the very, very next day. And I did. And so I enjoyed Denver for that entire night. I did it in Vegas. Now, I paid for the hotel out of my own money. But that was cheaper than me going to Denver, back to DC, back to Denver to Sacramento. So 1 ticket got me 2 cities to hang out in. So that's how I did it in the States. I'm going to do the same thing when I go back to Anchorage, Alaska. when I go back to Anchorage, I'm flying to Vancouver, then to Anchorage. But I'm going to hang out in Vancouver for 3 or 4 days just to see that city because that's on my bucket list. So stateside, you get the same thing. You just don't get the free hotel rooms. But if you know somebody in that city, stay with them if you can't afford to do your own thing. So there are ways to do it without worrying about how you're going to do it. It's not that complicated. So I'm telling you about free vacations, and you don't have to do it your own way. But people who got money, they got money because they don't waste money. People who don't have money, they don't have money because they waste money. So it's a big difference. I tend to be a person who value my dollar a lot, and that's why I got a lot of dollars, because I maximize every single dollar I spend. So this is your boy DJ Leon D. We gonna get together, and I'm gonna show you some videos from some stopovers, some cities, and some airlines, because I have those, and I'm gonna let you know how you should be vacationing when you retire. Now, stopovers is not for everybody when you're still working, because you don't get 8 months off a year. But when you're retiring and waiting on death, you get a whole lot of opportunities to do a lot of things that you don't get to do while you're working. Don't rush to retire and be a grandma. That's gonna come. To be a granddad, that's gonna come. Go enjoy yourself, because I'm gonna tell you, the day you retire, that clock starts ticking on when you're gonna expire. You're gonna retire one day, you're gonna expire one day. What you do between those two is on you. This is your boy DJ Leon D saying, hey, get out there and do your thing, but take advantage of what's already out there for you that's free. Take advantage of it. If you don't, no problem. Poor people don't take advantage of opportunities. Rich people don't let opportunities go by. This is your boy DJ Leon D. I'm out.